You know what it is? I love her. Yeah, let's talk about it. You've been a Christian quite a few years. Victory and peace out of failed my fears. Instead of for many years, it's like I praise God. It's here. It takes years. Speak it, years. Jesus Christ. It's free to air. It's time to pair. Share. The redemption is the insane share. Freedom in the angels, they're superior to there. It's evil's chapter 1, Mr. Clear. I mean, it's still right. That's his. I put it to the face down and running. But fuck that beating. It's like kind of puppet. I love you can see it in my bar. I'm pretty straight bar. I'm speaking about my law. He paid the same price being due by Roman God. For when he wasn't right, they gave the site free of charge. I see him going in the sight hard. Went crazy for God. I lied for God. When the price rates are written down, then I found from 4 feet on the ground. Jump, holy, holy, the ancient heavenly sound. Very holy, 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 the cloud. The full creatures fast thrown on the ground. When you picture the scene, this is how it's going down. You just see a low faith in a new setup. And the telescope glance of a game that's he kind. Dope. Right, right, all sons are like a home dog. Right, sins, him, lion, lamb, dog, man, sin, conqueror, great conqueror, Satan conqueror. Take the sinner, atheist sinner to God conscious. You take nothing. Late creation and God's conscious. The same God that came through with fetus is Jesus. Limited to breathing. Not believe for sin.
And gentlemen, fans of the UCS Christians, eyes right, let's cheer on.
My check.
Don't be the way your camera.
Looks like University of Williston won the toss and deferred to the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we kindly request that you please rise and remove your hats and turn your attention to the flag at the circle end of the field. Please join our teams and coaches for prayer followed with singing of our national anthem as well and verb. Our prayer tonight will be led by University Church pastor Frank Cerisi, and performing our national anthem is UC alumni and worship leader Cassidy Boyd.
Let's pray. Father, we are grateful for the opportunity to be here tonight to watch this competition. We ask, Lord, most of all, that you would keep everyone involved safe. We pray, Lord, that you would receive glory from all that happens on the field. And we pray that you would just be glorified in all that's done. We love you and we praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see light at the top? What's so bright at the twilight's last gleaming? What stripes and bright stars over the sky, o'er the ramparts we watch, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets sea through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, sing the star-spangled banner. O'er the red.
All right, everybody. Looks like we're not the only place with a little bit of preseason technical difficulties, but we're here at Jacksonville on the University Christian Fighting Christians campus, ready for a little preseason football. Red Devils. Wait, we're huddle out here with Coach Ports and Coach Dukes. He looks like our ball boy tonight is Alex Jones. Looks like.
It's going down. It's going down.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for your Friday night
Set to receive the opening
Fighting
kickoff.
Christians versus the Williston Red Devil.
Hey, hold the things out.
All right, and we're going to bring you a little bit of pared down broadcast because Coach Mack's been pretty busy at middle school practice these past couple of weeks, trying to help those future varsity Red Devils get ready to
Back deep to
become
return.
varsity Red
Number
Devils in 2
0,
years.
Lorian Walker. Number 16, Tyson Shever.
So I'm definitely in the market for some help for this season. If anybody wants to come to games and be a part of the broadcast, let me know. You can hit me up on Facebook. Because the program definitely wants some more help from both folks who know football and are willing to put in the time to promote the kids. But 2025 season is live here with a kick. Red Devil offense is going to take over.
Williston will be starting
They're at
off
the 35-yard line,
at the
led by
35-yard
quarterback John
line.
Jessicoff.
On comes the University Christian defense. Swords up.
Wilson comes out in their base formation. Wing T to the right. And the initial give is the sweep to the right-hand side. That's for loss of 1. It'll be second down and 11.
Second down 11.
Red Devils flip the formation. Running out of wing T to the left. And they lead ahead on a 35 down. Pick up 4. It's going to be second and 7. Or excuse me, third and 7.
Mena on the ball.
As University Christian is defending the interior run game well to start.
A third down. Swords up.
Jessicoff on the fake. Tweaks the wheel route deep in the left sideline. And the Red Devils have completed their first pass of the season.
That will be a first down.
Ball's marked at the 25-yard line. Red Devils threatening to score early. Devils go jumbo and run it straight at the middle for another first down. Hand off to Amari and Walker.
Tackled by number 15, Josh.
It's first and goal from the 10-yard line for Red Devils. That play was a tackle over. Red Devils come out in their Buffalo formation. Sing green.
Number 4, Cameron Manna.
Mr. Manna gets a short gain. Looks like to about the 7-yard line. Second and goal.
That'll be second down. Goal on the 8-yard line.
Williston's chewing up some clock on their first series already, too, with the clock at about 9.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Red Devils are lined up in their heavy Buffalo formation again, looking to pound it in with some single wing football. There's a whistle. I'm going to look into the white hat to see what the call is.
In the defense. Not finishing small. Second down.
Well, and something I haven't seen much of, the white hat is mic'd up. And he tells us that the down set one ready for the Red Devils. Encourage the Fighting Christians to jump off sides, so it's half the distance to the goal. Still second down. John takes it under center. And the interior run game stopped for a short gain.
With the ball. Tackled by John Davis. Bringing up a big third down.
So Mr. Marshall fails to find the end zone, and we've got third down and goal to go from inside the 5-yard line.
Bring up the noise, crowd. Encourage our Christians on third down.
And Williston's going to burn a timeout. With a little over 8 minutes in the first quarter. Williston's threatening to score.
Let us
Just didn't like this what they saw in the lineup and alignment, so they're going to have a little discussion about it on the sideline and get ready to try to punch it in on third down.
We appreciate their partnership with University Christian School.
All right, we're back from the timeout. Red Devils are lined up in their heavy set. Shotgun snap with a handoff underneath for the counter. Is stopped in the backfield. It's going to be fourth down.
Folks, it is a big fourth down. Bring up the noise.
Red Devils are lining up to kick the field goal. And to be perfectly honest, that reminds me that I ordered a kicking team for the middle school team off of Amazon, and I forgot to check whether or not it came in. So my wife and kids are watching. If y'all don't mind checking that out for me, I'd appreciate it. Because if not, I got to overnight one before our game on Tuesday. And that one is great through the uprights. For the first score of the season being a field goal, as the Red Devils take the first lead of the 2025 season,
Williston
3-0 with 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Williston is now 1 for 1 on its offensive possessions of the season. Although if you're like the NFL and say field goals in the preseason don't count, then that also means that Cam Little didn't kick a 70-yard field goal the other night, right? Williston keep having to travel to some of these games to play, and it's another game on turf. 4-7.
Donovan Moss.
3, 6, 9, 10, 11. 11.
Kicking off for the Red Devils is Giovanni Dela Cruz.
All right, Red Devils are lined up in the kickoff formation, ready to play their first defensive series of 2025. And Mr. De La Cruz has kicked it deep, where it's going to be a touchback. So, Mr. De La Cruz is 1 for 1 on field goals and now 1 for 1 on touchbacks to start his 2025 campaign.
Offense will start on their own 35. Bringing him to the line.
University Christian is out in a trips formation spread to the right. And they complete the wide receiver screen.
For a gain of 11.
They're going to pick up the first down on that play.
First down.
Red Devils are playing a multiple look with a too high shell. Handoff up the middle is met in the backfield by a host of Red Devils.
Handoff to the backfield. By number 11, Danny Burchett.
Out of all the Red Devils, the first person at the point of attack was Danny Burchett.
Loss of about 2, second down and 12.
Red Devils were looking at second down and 2 yards and 12 yards to go. Let's get right. Quarterback escapes the pocket for a gain in the play about 8 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 for the Fighting Christians. Big 3rd down for the Red Devil defense loading here. That Red Devil defensive front is looking massive in 2025. Red Devils are out in trips, or excuse me, the Fighting Christians are out in trips while Jacksonville's trying to hard count to pick up a cheap first down, but it looks like they're going to get a delay of game penalty. Play clock expired. That's going to back them up an extra 5 yards, so
Loss of 5 on that. Bring up about a 3rd down and 9.
Red Devils go a little smaller on the defensive front Look like they want to get some more folks into coverage. A lot of communication on the field right now. University Christian is lined up in the gun with trips to the right, running back to the right of the formation, looking like they're trying to flood while the Red Devils are running up on the line, looking like they're going to bring pressure, and they do. And that is a sack in the backfield for a big loss of yards. The Red Devils have forced fourth down and almost get a turnover on their initial defensive possession of 2025. Red Devil defense look Chris. Besides the very first play having a little bit of a mismatch against the Trips, they were able to limit University Christian to only a few yards of total offense on the series. And University Christian is going to incur another delay of game penalty. We were working on our play clock Thursday in practice with the middle school Red Devil offense. Helping them get ready to be within that 40-second window. All right, I'll get some clarification on the status of punts and kicks in the preseason game. Looks like there's been a little bit of a rule modification adjusted for preseason.
Bring their offense back, starting on their own 30 on the UC defense.
I had somebody text me from the Trenton game asking if punts are non-competitive now, but I have a feeling this is just a FHSA suggesting a rule for a preseason game to not incur a lot of extra hits. And Red Devils have busted a run wide open. And Marion Walker is in for 6 on a run of 70 yards. In our first massive highlight play of the season for the Red Devils. We're going to go up 9-0, pinning the extra point. And the extra point is good. And we got a little call in from one of our coaching staff who's at home recovering from surgery. And so if you all could wish Coach Vaughn some well wishes in the chat, I'm sure he would appreciate it. But looks like kicks are going to be no pressure for this game. So thank you, Coach Vaughn and Miss Stephanie Vaughn, for relaying that information in, because I was not aware of it before the game. It sounds like there are other schools that are doing the same thing. So I'll relay back the information to the Trenton game. We'll see if maybe Wes Rogers or Scott Osteen will text message me back with some score updates. Trying to get some score updates from Union County, where they are at Baker County in McClenny. Baker County's not on the varsity schedule this season, but they're on the schedule for us. Actually, I think I might be confusing it with JV, but either way, we're up in Baker County tonight. Oh, Mello went a little too far trying to find the ball there. Oh, I'm thinking I'm getting my scheduling wrong here. Because it looks like Union's at Port St. Joe. So who's at McClenny right now? Let's find out. I'm going to reach out to Charles Jackson real quick.
Time needs to bring the ball up to the 35-yard line of Christians.
Jacksonville University Christian is back in the shotgun, hands up off the left-hand side of the defense, where they get a first down on the run. Oh, that's the Hawthorne game. That's right. That's right. So Hawthorne is currently in a 7-7 tie with Baker County. Thank you, Charles, for the update.
First down, Christian.
University Christian is getting a little bit of the run game going.
With another good game.
On the interior run game, they've run off the left tackle and now the right tackle. But this run only gets about 9 yards, doesn't pick up the first down, so we've got second and short. Definitely a heavy run formation look, and Williston is going to get a second down stop off of a bad snap. But they take advantage and force third and long. Maverick Jones on the stop. University Christian has a sideline warning infraction called against them. Man, I'm a little out of practice on some of this stuff here, too. Maybe it's good we're having a preseason game for doing some broadcast and working the video camera, score bug, keeping up with everything. I think I got too much football in the brain right now. All I can think of are adjustments I'd be running against different offensive looks and how I would run plays against different defensive looks. And the Red Devils make a great adjustment against that interior run game and stop third and long run for maybe a gain of half a yard. And Mr. Webb has forced the second punt on the second possession of defense for the Red Devils. But it also doesn't look like that University Christian plans on kicking the ball. So they haven't forced the punt in their second possession. Looks like we're going to have to stop them on fourth down for a turnover on downs. Little jet motion to the near side, fumble in the backfield. And it is swallowed up. There's a disturbing lack of flags on
Johnson. Turn it on down.
some stuff going on there with University Christian, but The Red Devils have forced a turnover on downs and will take over on the Fighting Christians 48-yard line, looking to make it a 3-possession game here in the first quarter.
Williston will take over on the Christian 48-yard line. First down.
Red Devils flex out their backs, try to spread it out and run up the middle. They're going to get about 3 yards on first down, 2nd and 7 for the Red Devils.
For a gain of about 30 yards, catching by 7.
All right, and some other local updates. Fort White is currently beating the Trenton Tigers 7-0. Want to thank Wes Rogers for the score update. And Charles just reported from Baker County that Hawthorne has gone up 13-7 in that game as the Red Devils come out and overwrite and hand off up the middle along the right-hand side for another short game, where we're looking at about 3rd and 4
with the run, number 22, Uriah Megaball.
That's the type of run that pretty soon will just bust wide open for the Red Devils, similar to what happened for Mr. Walker's 70-yard touchdown scamper.
Bring up about 35.
University Christians trying to park some linemen up front to stop the interior run game with a nose. Looks like a 3 and a 5 all to the strong side, and on the speed option pitch, the Red Devils have picked up a first down. And what looked like a great option relationship between Mr. Jazikoff and Mr. Walker. Something we hadn't seen from John last season. QB run game would open up a little bit more in our offense. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter, as we're going to Riverside it with the Red Devils having 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line.
Williston 10, University Christian 0.
All right, and if you're interested in the next bit of football that you can see from Williston, come see us at Booster Stadium Tuesday night at 6 o'clock as the Williston Middle School Red Devils will take on the Palatka Middle School football team. Just recently, we had a little update on the schedule. So the junior varsity team is going to be playing on the 28th as their first contest, where they will play a jamboree-style game against Fort White Indians and Santa Fe Raiders. Santa Fe went out and got themselves a new head coach on the varsity squad. You'd probably recognize who it is. It's Ernest Graham of former University of Florida football fame. The next contest for the Red Devils will be a week from tonight at home against Chiefland at Booster Stadium at 7:30. So you're going to have a jam-packed week of football you can see in Williston. Mr. Jazikoff unleashes one down the right sideline, but just a little too far. Chris, he's in the target. Mr. Williston, a number change, is now wearing number 1 this season. It looks like John got rattled on that play. Coach Pruitt's calling a timeout to give him a few moments. Looks like Andy is trotting out there to take a look at the situation. Andy is the trainer for the Red Devils. John's waving him off. Looks like he just got hit pretty good. Probably needs to play.
Jacksonville, slow getting out of the play.
So over the next week, come and see the middle school Red Devils play Palatka on Tuesday, August 19th, and on Friday, August 22nd, see the varsity Red Devils take on the Chiefland Indians.
Second down and 10.
Williston lines up and over left,
Hit to the left, number 4.
pitches the ball on a sweep.
For 4, Cameron Manna.
Mr. Manna is going to pick up 6 yards. It will be third down, 4 yards to go. And I would think we're actually kind of in Mr. De La Cruz's range for a field goal. Oh, and that counter is stuffed in the backfield for a loss. Back to about the 33-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 8.
Massive hit. Bringing up a 4th down and about 8.
Defense, get ready, baby. Ready.
All right, fans, make some noise for the official.
Wilson is going for it on 4th down, but it looks like we're going to get a delay of game penalty. It'll be 4th and 13.
That'll set Wilson back to about a 4th down and 13. Let's go, Christian.
And the punt team to come out for Williston. Honestly, wouldn't be a bad idea to take another delay of game penalty right here and give us a little more space to work with on the punt. Let's see if a little bit of grumbles up here at the in the stadium, in the visiting stands, which have a lot of Williston fans who have made the trek all the way up here to Jacksonville. Good snap.
Danny
Good
Burchett with
kick.
the punt.
And Mr. Burchett gets a nice little punt to the 20-yard line, where the Red Devil defense will take over.
Taking over at their own 20. Here comes the UC offense.
Shotgun snap, handoff for a little zone play to the right side of the University Christian offensive line and stopped for a walk. Actually, they're giving him the line of scrimmage as his yardage to gain. Oh, looks like they're giving him about a yard. Well, balance spread formation. Twins to each side. Halfback set to the left. And the ball is knocked down. I didn't catch who it was who knocked down the pass, but way to get your hands up for the passing lane. If you're not going to get there, get your hands up. Knocking the ball down makes good things happen as well. Third down and 9 for University Christian. And it's going to be another delay of game penalty, making it third down and 14.
Penalty will bring up third down and about 14.
Well, I was going to try to get you an update on Tampa Catholic versus IMG Academy, but that's in a weather delay. Let's see if there's anything we can get it from the North Central Florida Football Prep group on Facebook. But what a bomb on torque down the left-hand side, but out of reach of the defender, or excuse me, of the receiver. It's going to be 4th and long.
Fourth down, 13.
Hawthorne just scored another touchdown to go up 19-7 over Baker County at halftime. Cranford is currently up 20-0 over Dixie County in the first quarter. And the punt is going to go out of bounds close to midfield. Red Devils are going to take over on the 49 of the Fighting Christian side.
49-yard line.
I think later on during the season, we're going to have to get us a wireless microphone to wire in Will Whitehurst as a sideline correspondent, because I see him down there getting some pictures to post online. So he always gets some great shots to share with us after the game. Red Devils have come out with split backs, handoffs up the middle. Just like we were talking about, eventually those handoffs up the middle just go ahead and work their way down, wear down an opposing defense, and that was a gain of about 55 yards on first down, and I still have it on third down for Jacksonville University Christian, so let's get that updated. 8.5 minutes left in quarter number 2. Red Devils are threatening to score again. We're in our base formation to the right. And the counter play to Mr. Willis is going to go for 6. Well, Sorry I didn't finish out very well. Sometimes you just watch this offense long enough and see how things are opening up, and you just know when one's going to be a touchdown, even when it's right there at the line of scrimmage, right?
Lining up for the extra point attempt, Giovanni Dela Cruz.
All right, Mr. De La Cruz is lining up for his third attempt to score points for the Red Devils tonight. Good snap, good hold, good kick. He's got 5 points on the board for Williston tonight, and
Now 17.
Williston is up 17 to nothing with 8 minutes left in the first half. I think that's an appropriate time to go bragging the North Central Florida Prep football group, don't you?
Now you got the kick with the Giovanni Dela Cruz. Number 8, Trayvon. Taking over again on the 35-yard lines is the University of Christian offense.
All right, Red Devil defense has a too high shell against the spread heavy look, where they go to toss sweep it to the right, and the Red Devil defense is all over it. Gain of 3. It's going to be
Rainy Webb.
second down, stop made by Rainy Webb.
Looks like about a 4-yard gain. Making it second down.
Those repeat numbers are wreaking havoc on defense between number 11 and 88. Hearing a lot of those numbers called tonight. Jacksonville back to pass, throws it over the middle, and it's broken up. Looks like Danny Burchett got his hands, maybe tipped the ball, but definitely got in the passing lane and calls an incomplete pass. It's going to be 3rd and long. All right. Looks like Red Devils are going to take another timeout.
During this timeout, we would like to thank once again Chick-fil-A of Lakewood, Armstrong, Vince, Kemp, Chippewa, and the Beth and Smith Civil Group for sponsoring us tonight and for their partnership with UC Athletics.
All right. 3rd and long for the Red Devil defense. University Christian has twin receivers to each side. Looks like they're still looking at. Oh, and it's a jailbreak in the backfield. But I see a piece of yellow laundry down in the middle of the field. Let's see what the white hat says the call is. Looks like they're asking the Williston coaching staff if they want to accept or decline the penalty. It's going to be 4th and long.
We would like to remind you that there are concessions on both sides of the field. Please stop by for some snacks and refreshments.
Here's Jacksonville's going to go for it again. Down 3 possessions. We're trying to get some sort of positive momentum going, but right now Lady Mo is dancing with the Devils. And we can't hold our water and jump to the sacks. But still 4th down. Just gives them an extra 5 yards to try to get it.
Down and out the field.
Williston Faithful gets loud, and Omarion had the sack in the backfield. The holding is going to bring it back a little bit, but not until after University Christian springs the 1st down run. That's where we tell the boys to attack that front side number on the wide open blitz like that, so you can get that tackle made in the backfield. He just happened to try to get that backside hip, and University Christian quarterback managed to slip it. Get a big gain, so could be 1st down minus the yardage for hurting from the spot of the foul, so probably looking at something around the 35-yard line of the Red Devils. Oh, and there was an additional 5 yards marked off for a sideline penalty on University Christian. So my estimate of 45 was off by a yard and off by a penalty.
First down.
University Christian gets, I believe that's their 2nd first down of the evening. Halfway through the 2nd quarter, clock running. University Christian down 3 possessions. They're going to give him a little bit of default start there with almost everything some extracurricular activity has got yellow flags on the field. There's been a little bit of extracurricular activity, interesting for a preseason game. All right, it was a dead ball foul on the personal foul, so it's going to be a 15-yard penalty after the play. It's going to be 2nd and 25. So they're back almost further than the original spot that they opened up their offensive possession on. Yeah. Hammer decided to loosen up there. There we go. 2nd and 25. Clock stopped at exactly 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter, where University Christian is going to use their first timeout of the first half. All right. I'm up on a fantasy draft right now. It's a dynasty draft. So I'm gonna ask the chat for a little bit of help in what to actually pick here, since I'm on the clock. What exactly planning to be? It's the third round of pretty deep dynasty. I'm at pick number 9 in the third round. First round, I took Mr. Golden, the wide receiver out of Green Bay, then rookie QB in New Orleans. It's an IDP league. Well, handoff up the middle. Breaks for a big gain. Gets back to about the original line of scrimmage.
With a good carry.
Where it's going to be 3rd and 10. Right now, best rookies available are Dylan Gabriel, but don't need a QB.
Manageable 3rd and 9.
And it's just bringing up nothing but like defensive backs and running backs for me, guys. Chad, I might be cooked. But trips to the left, handoff to the right, and it breaks for a big run. Oh, University Christian is going to get on the board with their first touchdown of 2025, a 50-yard run where University Christian loaded up the left side of their offense with trips and the back set to the left and handed it off with zone blocking to the right side of the offense. So maybe they've got a key on something that the Devils were overloading towards the trip side. But they're going to get a possession back against the Williston defense, pending the extra point.
Lining up for the first capture attempt. Very good.
Extra point is up and through. University Christian makes a 7-point possession. Getting ready to kick it off to the Red Devils. Ooh, you know what? I'm a little bit of a Gator homer. So Chimere Dike is available. I think I'm going to have to pick him up off of this right here.
Lining up deep for the Red Devils is Danny Burchett, number 11.
So, yes, sir. Just went ahead and made that official. If you think that's a bad pick, let me know in the chat.
If
you think it's a good pick, let me know in the chat. And for all the folks who might be tuning in after leaving the Trenton game, inclement weather has forced the Trenton game to be canceled. So looks like that one's just going to be canceled. No official result. We've got beautiful weather up here in Jacksonville right now. which I'm lucky to say I don't have rain pouring down on any of my equipment and setup because I didn't exactly bring an umbrella up here with me, so probably a good thing that
Williston will take over.
means I should probably check the radar.
35.
In other sports news, the Savannah Bananas are currently up 1-0 over the Firefighters. That's live on YouTube, but they'll switch over right now. Maybe you can check that out during halftime. I just found out Oliver and Owen are watching from home, so hey boys, how you doing? You got any shout outs you want to have made? Let me know in the chat. We're all Red Devil family here, and the left side run goes to Mr. Walker. Pickup of about 4 yards, 2nd down and 6 for the Red Devils. Oh, and I just found out my mom is watching. And I just saw Bryson Willis with a short gain. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Red Devils.
Big defensive third down for the Christians. About a third and 6.
All right, Red Devils come out in their trip set from under center. Except we got to call a timeout to avoid a delay of game penalty. So that's our last timeout of the first half.
Once again, we would like to say thank you to our friends
But
from
much needed right there.
Lakewood, Armstrong Fence, Camp Chippewa, and the best in the Fence group for sponsoring our game tonight. And the see so they're going to get their hearts on both sides of the meal.
I'll use this little timeout for a brief water break. This broadcast is not brought to you by Zephyr Hills, and it hits the spot right there sometimes. All right, Red Devils are coming out with their trip set to the right. John Jaskoff under center. Looks like we got the tight end screen set up. And a very low tackle was made, but not until Mr. Webb picks up enough yardage to get a first down. All right, Coach Penny, write that one down. We need that one in the playbook. That and Mr. Coach Carter Benton. We're going to be helping run your middle school offense on Tuesday night. Coach Jamarcus and Coach Love are going to be helping run your defense. And Williston is coming out in the heavy set to the right, counter to the left, and Bryson brings the boom to it. Little helmet-to-helmet contact as a runner. And maybe a little bit of jawing afterwards, but after you pick up close to 20 yards and lower the boom, sometimes a little bit of jawing is necessary.
The first down for
After a slow start to this offensive possession,
Christian,
Williston has picked up
37.
2 first downs on 2 straight plays and are threatening to get to the red zone of Jacksonville University Christian, trying to go back up by a third possession again before the end of the first half, and they do so from the heavy overset and break a big run to the right-hand side of the formation. That tackle over is definitely putting in some work right now.
Number 15 is Lochner with tackle. Another Red Devil first down.
Looks like Bryson needs a little bit of a breather here real quick. 1 minute, 55 seconds left in the first half. Mr. Walker's bringing Mr. Jazikoff to play. They're hustling up because there's 10 seconds left in the play clock. The boys are hustling to the line. They've got 2 seconds. They got it off. And it's just a little trap up the middle.
And off the middle. Tackled by a large group of Christian gain. About 2 on the play. Bringing up second down.
Timeout on the field. Looks like it's a timeout being charged to University Christian. So that's their second timeout of the first half, and helps the Red Devils out a little bit, but they probably saw something personnel-wise they needed to fix. All right, so if you like watching Williston sports, like to tell everybody to try to get involved in some of the Williston sports programs. WYA is looking for a couple of flag football coaches for the upcoming season. If you have a little bit of coaching experience and would like to know what volunteering at the WYA involves, reach out to me. I'll get you in contact with Coach Tommy in order to help make sure that the kids are able to learn some football skills and philosophies that will translate to a little bit later on in life, but also a good way to spend some time after school and learn how to compete. So again, that's flag football coaches are needed for Williston Youth Athletic Association this fall. And we've got a little pitch to the left, and Mr. Walker is going to get in down to the 6-yard line, and he gets stopped before the fumble. So even though the ball went on the turf, it is still Williston ball. It is 3rd down and goal to go from the 6, and University Christian has burnt their final timeout of the half in order to try to keep a little bit of time for themselves.
Let's hear it for
Booster Club would like to thank the First Methodist Church today for their prayer breakfast, and also Harry and Lisa Clark for sponsoring the pregame meal, and Jason and Stephanie Richardson for the pregame desserts.
All right, you see it's a big defensive.
See them laughing we have. Try to keep them well fed. I'd like to also give Mr. Scott Berry a shout out, who has recently made sure that the middle school football team has their own pride pack. So thank you, Mr. Berry. John finds a wide open Webb for 6. What an adjustment on the bootleg. Good job, Mr. Jadikoff. Great adjustment on the route catch and getting it in for 6 points as well. Red Devils go up by 3 possessions again. Trying to make it 24 points pending Mr. De La Cruz's extra point.
Setting up for the point after try.
And I was just told that's Mr. Webb's first touchdown of his varsity career. Congratulations, sir. And thank you to the Vaughn family for letting me know. That's a special moment that we captured for him. His little brother Jace was trying to dominate on the boards yesterday at practice and doing a good job at it. So if we want to come see the Webb family make some more plays. Uh-oh. What did I miss? I was so excited about his touchdown catch that it looks like it's still 3rd down and we got to take the points off the board. It's a loss of down for some reason. We should just take the delay of game penalty and kick, it looks like. Did they say what that penalty was?
Yes, legal man downfield.
Legal man downfield. Okay, thank you.
4th and goal for Williston.
All right. So while we were talking about that first touchdown, missed the call there. It was a illegal man downfield. So it was a loss of down, bringing up 4th down and goal to go. Good snap. Kick came up short. Looks like he got a little bit under the ball on the strike. So it's going to stay 17-7. So, and when it amounted to a 7-point swing,
Here comes our UC offense back on the field. Let's let them know we're in the stands.
all right, University Christian has no timeouts. 1st down and 10 with 1:02 left to go from their own 20-yard line. And they've got twins to each side, halfback to the right. Williston is in a 2-high shell. Just for clarification, the penalty was an illegal man downfield. I didn't see it live. Maybe you can go pull that back on a little replay during halftime and see if we can identify where it happened. looked pretty clean from up here at the time, but that doesn't mean it wasn't there. It just means probably missed it. And pass is complete. The tackle is made by the Red Devils inbounds, and the clock's going to stay running. With under 45 seconds remaining, that's 3rd down and 4. Trips to the left, running back to the left, and free release on the QB. Catch is not made. He would have been out of bounds if he made it anyway, but it was a good effort. Clock's going to stop with 28 seconds. University Christian was trying to take advantage of man on an island in the 3-by-1. Looks like the Red Devils are playing a lot of cover 4 on this drive in order to try to keep everything in front of them. And we've got a delay of game penalty on the Fighting Christians. You can definitely tell it's a preseason game. The rust is there with some of the delay of game penalties, some of the organization stuff.
He's coming on the field with Blake Character.
It's definitely something I'm taking notes of for practice Monday. All right. Jacksonville is out in a punt formation where they're just going to rugby kick it over here to the sideline, and Williston's actually going to get another possession with 20 seconds left at the Jacksonville University Christian 40-yard line. For all you parents of Williston students out there, hopefully you had a great first week of school. I know all the kids were working hard at it and getting back used to the schedule, and there was a lot of fast and statewide testing this week. John throws the ball on 1st down, and it's right there behind the light pole where I couldn't see exactly what happened. I'm sorry, guys, but it was an incomplete pass nonetheless. Couldn't even tell you what happened because I got blocked off by the pole there.
For 3, Karen Penny.
All right, handoff up the middle. Gets us about 4 yards, and Mr. Marshall is going to carry us into the end of the first half, where your Red Devils are up by 10 over the Jacksonville University Christian Fighting Christian with a score of 17-7.
Williston, Red Devils 17, and your
I think it's a great point in time to remind everybody best way to keep up with Williston football is to come and see us on Friday nights at Williston Booster Stadium, or on Tuesday nights or on Thursday nights. If you're out of town or it's an away game that you can't make it to, then feel free to tune in and see your Red Devils. But real quick, give everybody some props in the chat for all the Williston fans that are here today. I mean, our stands are full of Red Devil fans. We might outnumber the folks that in the home stands. What's up, buddy? I mean, right now we got plenty of folks. Greg Simmons, how you doing, buddy? Greg's here. Give him a shout out. So, man, I lost my train of thought. I'm just impressed by the amount of people who made the trip up to Jacksonville. I want to say thank you to them. Thank you for tuning in. And if you could do a little bit to help me out, please hit that subscribe button on the channel. It is completely free to do and helps the channel out. Press that thumbs up for the like. It'll help make sure that other football fans around the area find Williston football and see what we're doing here in our little town and show them what being part of the dub is all about. And if y'all don't mind a second, I'm going to mute the microphone so I can call my kids and wish them good night because it has been a long week at school and I know they're probably ready for bed. It is definitely about that time. So I'm going to do that, fill up the water cup, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right. Big shout out to Ashley Mack for taking care of Oliver and Owen while I can be up here to bring you some Red Devil football. So thank you, Mama. All right. Let's go back and let's look at this penalty that we are supposed to have here. Da, 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 da. I'm trying to find it right now. And then we'll screen share to see if we can't evaluate what happened here. It's like Infinity Video. Here we go. All right, we're going to hit pause at this point. We're going to minimize this full screen window. We're going to add a display capture. So we are going to call this one replay. We're going to select displayed capture, primary monitor. Now let's see what we got here. All right, if we're all watching together here, let's see what we got. All right, so we see John coming up to the line. We've got our offensive line in its normal formation. I'm going to be ready with the pause button. And I saw it right over here on the left side of the line. We definitely were running a little bit off here. You can see that we're driving off the line over here. And that we just accidentally get upfield. So call's legit. Just the flow away made it where it was hard to see it and have it the right way. But hey, took 6 points off the board. Still a pretty well executed play on everything else, but maybe that's just a little bit of something we can clean up ahead of regular season in week 1.
One day you go to the and then on site. You like
All right, so a couple of other updates on games around the area. Again, Trenton has had inclement weather, cancel their game. Branford is leading Dixie County at the half, 34-0. Let's see if we can get an update on Hawthorne. Doesn't seem like we're getting a ton of updates on area scores here with the preseason. Heck, we weren't even broadcasting last preseason yet, so
So this is varsity now. Like,
we should put press out.
oh, okay.
James from now.
everybody's getting their wheels greased and ready
You got cheering on Tuesday, right?
for a regular motion come next week.
I think
So, 8th grade cheer, JV.
yeah. And training. Thanks for coming.
Right.
So, Hawthorne and Baker, thanks to Mr. Jackson, found out that their varsity squad was only playing the first half, and Hawthorne varsity beat the Baker County varsity 19-7. Right now, the Baker County JV leads the Hawthorne JV 6-0. All right, we're hoping that
There is a red Chevy Silverado. FGAY.
we're hoping that maybe we can get Mr. Webb that first touchdown again in the second half here.
Of our parking lot. If you do not move the vehicle, it will have to be moved for you. Thank you.
Down there kicking. All right.
'We're down to 5 minutes left of the first half.
Down there kicking that. Listen right here, short.
5 minutes at halftime, excuse me.
Avery want to say hi.
What's up, Billy? How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good.
You probably could not get the picture of me online.
Hey, it's Russ here.
When you say yeah, I'm so like it's try.
All right, we're getting close to the end of halftime.
Is this when the JV second half or it's in the varsity building?
Yeah.
So who's in second half? Oh, JV?
Yeah. Sure.
Have no clue.
I don't even know what was happening. I'm just I know that Gary Chase
Y'all ever Josh you can sign? Why you have to chill and shine? Oh, the crowd here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you'll smile. Another. I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, during the second half of 4-hour fighting with jab.
I wasn't sure how I
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right, Red Devils have taken the field to begin the second half. University Christian is almost finished with their warm-ups in their end zone. I think I see Maddox running out there on the field. Is that Maddox and Jacob? Yeah, I think that's Jacob Whitehurst out there too. So both of them have older brothers playing up here on varsity, getting to participate out in the field with their big brothers. Coach Pruitt and the head coach for University Christian were having a conversation out on the field. Not sure what the details were about that, but
University Christian defers to the second half. Back for the Christians are number 8, Trayvon Birch, and number 13, Donovan Law. The kickoff for Williston is Giovanni Dela Cruz.
Mr. Dela Cruz is lining up for his kick. Special teams plays are non-contested tonight. So Williston will
Christians will take
line up and play defense off the 35-yard line of Jacksonville University Christian. So we've seen some plays in the front seven by multiple Red Devils. Also, we've seen the Jacksonville University Christian offense find very little success in throwing the ball against this Red Devil secondary. We'll see if that continues into the second half after UC runs for 5 yards on first down.
Number 11, Danny Burchett in on the tackle.
Actually, give him 6. It's going to be second down and 4.
Gain of about 6 on the play. Going to bring up second down and 4.
UC lines up in the shotgun full house with 2 up backs and a tailback. And the Red Devil defense holds them to an incomplete pass again. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Red Devil defense looks like they're lined up expecting a pass. Run game comes forward, though, and the Red Devil defense stiffens up and keeps them short of the first down by about a yard and more like a yard.
4th down and 1. Christian's offense stays on the field.
Previous decisions and worse positions to go for it. University Christian is electing to go for it again. Fans in the stands reminding the Red Devil defense to hold their water and not jump off sides, but they come right at it and get the first down.
Nice blocking up
off the left side.
Number 5, Xavier Billings. For a University
Gain of about 7 yards to make it first down. Red Devil defense didn't get entirely set there, and run to the left-hand side is going to pick up another first down. 2 straight plays, 2 straight first downs for the University Christian offense, who's found a little bit of a rhythm in the power run game out of the shotgun. More power run game out of the spread. Gets a gain of about 9.
Gonna bring up a second down.
Press box says 8, so we'll say 8. This works out better for us anyway, right? What? Second down and about 2 to go. Jacksonville's found some rhythm running the ball, and they try to get off in a hurry.
Whistle.
And Williston has taken their first time out at the second half in order to
We'd like to express our thankfulness for our
get a
friends
little
from
bit of
Chick-fil-A,
rhythm thrown off.
Armstrong, Fitz, Camp Chippewa,
Reminded me to reset the timeout counter, so Williston now shows they have 2 timeouts. Jacksonville University Christian has their full allotment of 3.
With University Athletic.
During halftime, we upped the bit rate on the stream, so I think the second half looks better than the first. Just let me know. Trying to work out some of our preseason kinks as well.
You can convert to the ball, second down, and about 2.
All right. More heavy run game out of the full house formation of the spread, and University Christian is going to get on the board on their first possession in the second half for 6 points.
Into the touchdown.
Flag on the play. Looks like it's in the area somewhere of a hold. It was against University Christian, but I was unable to hear the call. So we're going to take the points off the board. It was in the area of a hold. And let's see how many yards he marks off from that spot.
The holding is
Yep, the holding call. So
10 yards from the spot. Infraction. Moves to about 6 down and 5.
More full house looks from the shotgun. He drops back to pass, and he is going to be swallowed off by the defensive line. University Christian decided they don't like that much. And the rest decided they weren't going to like that much either, and it looks like we're going to get a personal foul for unnecessary roughness. So it's going to be a dead ball penalty, 15 yards from the spot at the end of the play. First down. Not sure what the extra talking is about there on the field. We'll see in just a second here when they break out of their conference. Well, looks like they're not really worried about the sack. It looks like they're going to be.
There are 2 fouls on the club, 1 on Steve.
No.
Player, foul. It's very rough. Player, fouls. Working kind of number 16. Play second. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we've got an unsportsmanlike penalty after the play to negate the personal foul during the play. It's going to replay the down. And Maverick with a great play coming up from the safety spot to save a real big game. It's still going to be 3rd and long. But if Maverick doesn't stop him right there, he might get 6 points. Hand off to the left side. He's going to get that first down. A lot of tough, hard-nosed football going on out there right now.
Brought down after enough game for a UC first down.
Hand off to the right side of the formation this time. Gets turned back into the defense where
Tackle by number 8,
Maverick
Jones.
keeps him outside the 10-yard line. Looks like it's going to be from about the 12 to 13, but it's a gain of 7.
And 3.
So 2nd down and 3 from the 13. The 10 being the line to gain for a first. We're under 7.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Handoff to the left-hand side is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. He might have lost a yard or 2. It's going to depend on the spot. They can't really.
Looks like a 3rd one.
Right, 3rd down for the Red Devil defense. From this angle, it looks like the ball spotted at like around the 11. Didn't look like he had gained anything on that play, but probably just an angle on my part. UC comes out in the same full house formation they've been running, and they're going to be stopped inside the 10, but not until after they get a first down. And when your safety's made about 5 tackles on the drive, that usually means they're having good success on level 1 and 2. But Maverick is stuffing the stat sheet right now this series. And Jacksonville University Christian is in for 6 points. So on a play with only 1 pass thrown for an incomplete pass, Jacksonville University Christian has taken a page out of the Red Devils offensive playbook and loaded up the box and run it straight ahead. Score is 17 to 13, pending the extra point by UC. The extra point is up and good. It is now a 3-point game.
17.
Off of the original 3-possession lead that the Red Devils built early in the game. All right, Jacksonville University Christian is lining up to kick it from their 40-yard line.
All right, back for the reception of the kickoff. Number 0, Arian Walker. Number 16, Tyson Chevron. Wait, here's your kickoff with the Christian. And now it's time for the mighty UC defense to take the field.
All right, the Red Devils' first offensive possession of the second half starts with 6 minutes, 21 seconds on the clock in the third quarter.
Williston will take over the ball, first down on their own 45.
Red Devils are in an unbalanced formation to the left-hand side and handoff up the middle.
With a handoff to number 22, Terrence Marshall.
Mr. Marshall's going to get a gain of about 2.
Big
There's going to be second down and 8.
Gunter.
And there's a member of the defense that looks like he's cramping up on the field. So it's going to be an official's timeout for injury and a water break. Hello, sorry guys.
Good time. Looks like that was Terrence Marshall on the carry.
All right, more cramps. But it's been
Number 6 on the play.
hot out here tonight, so I'm sure we got a lot of people trying to fight those off. Like it's been so hot for the season so far. Middle school teams only gotten about 2 or 3 full pad practices to get ready for the season because of the heat guidelines, which are helping keep the boys healthy. So they're definitely necessary. All right, we've got a big third down right here for our first offensive possession in the second half. And Williston decides to take a big third down with a big heavy set and stack the box. Except we're going to get stopped back in the backfield where with all the motion and pulling, Ivan was following Wrong ball carrier.
That'll bring up a fourth down and long for the Red Devils.
So after scoring on our first 3 offensive possessions, it's now 4 straight offensive possessions without a score.
Sword up defense.
Not sure what's happening there. Punt goes to about the 44-yard line.
Over on their own 43. Here comes the UC offense.
All right, UC offense starts at their 43-yard line on 1st and 10. Handoff to the left-hand side is almost stopped in the backfield, but the tackle isn't finished, and he's going to get a gain of about
Number 8,
4 yards off the play.
Run. Corbin Atkinson from Williston on the tackle. Gain of about 5. Second down, 5.
Yeah, after the spot, it looks like it's a 5-yard gain instead of a 4-yard gain. So they pick up half of the necessary yardage for the first down. Short gain on the play. Looks like they're going to give them 1 to 1.5.
With a run.
3rd down and 4.
Coming up by Danny Burchett. Gain of about 1. Looks to be about 3rd and 4.
And after Danny Burchett makes the tackle, it looks like Nav may be cramping up a little bit. That looks like number 8.
He's like this time to think he can to Spence, Camp, and Smith Civil Group. We're sponsoring us tonight and for their partnership with UC Athletics. Don't forget, there are concession stands on both sides of the field. Please take opportunities to visit and stay hydrated.
Hopefully Mav's healthy and comes back for later on in the game. It's a great kid with a good head on his shoulders. He helped out with our Little League baseball team that his brother was on. And actually was a great third base coach for us. Him and Memphis would get out there and help with the games. And hello. What a sack by Murray and Walker. I think they talked about that a little bit at halftime, talking about which part of the number to go after for that sack, and he didn't let him go this time and gets a massive loss. It's going to be 4th and 15. You could tell he definitely went with the right angle on that one. That was definitely a necessary sack from the momentum that Jacksonville University Christian was having, and they're able to stop all that positive momentum and try to take some back for themselves. And with that sack, University Christian is going to take a timeout to gather themselves ahead of fourth down.
Ain't been going on ride out. Ain't getting with town. When I like to smile.
So while we're in the timeout, wanted to say thank you again to Mr. Scott Berry, who just made sure that the middle school team has their own pride tax like the varsity does. So thank you, Mr. Berry.
University offense on the ball. Fourth down
And want to give another shout out to the Methodist Church for sponsoring this morning's breakfast. Barry and Lisa Clark for doing the pregame meal, and Jason and Stephanie Richardson for doing the pregame dessert for the boys. All right, 4th and long with Jacksonville University Christian going for it. They're looking to pass. And he got the ball off just at the line of scrimmage, it appears, and completes their second pass of the game for a first down. He definitely towed the line on that one, but we had a really good shot of it, and I think he was behind the line of scrimmage for that pass. And after he looked the pass, he decided to tuck it up and go up the B gap for a decent gain of about 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 6. University Christian takes another timeout to avoid having to sit their QB, who was coming up looking like he was trying to cramp up again. All right, so during this timeout, come to Booster Stadium next Friday to see the Williston Red Devils play the Chiefland Indians in a battle for the Levy Cup. They split the meetings last season, with Williston taking the decisive victory in the playoffs. You can come see our Williston Middle School Red Devils play Tuesday night. And the screen pass is dropped.
Number 8, dropped by
So it's going to be 3rd and 6. Come see the offense Tuesday night, where Coach Caitlin Penny and Carter Benton have been working on installing the wing tee to support the varsity program with a little bit of their own wrinkles. And Coach Marcus and Coach Love are working on the defensive side of the ball and have some multiple looks ready. Pass falls incomplete. It's going to be fourth down.
Number 2, Marty Mack, falls incomplete. Bringing up a fourth down.
And you'll see a bunch of familiar last names where there's a lot of brothers from the varsity team playing on the middle school team, like Ramey's little brother, Jace Webb, and Maverick's little brother, Memphis, will be playing. And one of the Whitehurst brothers, Mr. Jacob, will be playing. Looks like this hot, humid, muggy second half is really taking its toll on the electrolytes of the athletes out there. Tons of cramps going on. Heck, even my water cup is sweating.
Houston comes up to the ball. About fourth down. Let's hear it for the Nation. After that pass.
And that's going to be a go-ahead touchdown on a busted coverage. We brought the house and somebody ran wide open, unguarded. And Jacksonville University Christian has taken a 20-17 lead after the touchdown pass.
Blake Garrett set up for the coming after try.
The extra point is good.
Kick is up. Kick is good. Your score now is
So on a
University
fourth and medium to long,
21.
Red Devils bring a big blitz. And UC finds the perfect counter to score a touchdown. All right, there is 1 minute, 17 seconds left in the third quarter. University Christian has 1 timeout remaining. The Red Devils have 2 timeouts remaining. Williston is down by 4 points.
So Mario Walker.
After being up as much by 17. Catch is made on the kickoff, and per the rules of preseason game, Williston will take over on their 35-yard line.
Here comes Williston up to the ball. Number 14, John Jacksonville, quarterback.
Counter handoff to Mr. Bryson Willis, who is breaking through the secondary. He's extending the run. He's going to take it 50 plus yards and then lose the fumble inside the 10-yard line of University Christian. So after a 55-yard run, during the process of the tackle, he loses the football. Excuse me. And what looked like a big momentum change in play in one direction has turned into a big momentum play in the other direction, all within the space of about 3 seconds.
You see, they go over our own 10-yard line. First down, University Christian.
All right, all 11 are on the field now for the Red Devils on defense. University Christian hands the ball off to the left-hand side, gets some running room, and takes it out to about the 15-yard line.
Number 28,
It's going to be second and 5.
Tackled by number 16, Tyson Shimmer. Brings up second down about 5.
Looking to pass to the near side of the field.
Pass is.
And it's thrown out of bounds. There's a flag right here in front of Coach Pruitt. Ball is pass interference. And the pass interference flag was 20 yards away from the ball. It's an interesting call.
The ball to the 30-yard line. A first down for University Christian.
But no matter what, pass interference has moved the yardage enough for a first down. University Christian is in twins to each side with a halfback set to the left. Red Devils are in a 2-high shell, jet motion across the formation. And it's a screen pass. It's a tunnel screen up the middle. That's going to be stopped at the 40-yard line. Looks like it's enough for the first down.
About 10 yards.
Yep, first down is officially the call.
That'll be a UC first down.
University Christian has the ball to Riverside it on the 40-yard line. I heard the referee saying something. They put 1 second on the clock. It looks like they're giving the University Christian team a timeout right before the end of the third quarter. So there's going to be 1 second left in the third quarter. We're first and 10 from the 40-yard line. Twins to each side, halfback set to the right. Two deep safeties for the Red Devils. Looking to throw. He uncorks one far downfield. So University Christian has connected for 6. So the turn of events from a 55-yard run that ended in a fumble turned over to University Christian has now concluded in a 60-yard pass for a touchdown to go up by 10 pending the extra point.
Is good. Your score now is unit.
So the beginning of the 4th quarter, we'll see the Red Devils down 11, looking to establish the momentum.
Focus a little bit.
So they've abandoned the kickoff as a play since it didn't matter anyway. And they're setting the ball on the 35-yard line for the Red Devils.
It's come and pick you up. Remember, students, you are left on the campus after the game has ended. You will be charged a fee. Go ahead and give your defensive ball. Cheer on your UC defense.
Williston hands the ball off up the middle for a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Jamal Robin with the carry. Tackled by Jamori Willis. Gain of 6. It's 2nd down and 4. Number 5 on top now. Tackled by number 10. Eastern.
So on the roll to the right, looks like no gain. And it looks like the 4th quarter is being played by the JV squads. Because we have a whole new set of athletes out there. In fact, let's see. Oh, man, wide open for the pass, just falls short. That's going to be fourth down.
Pass attempt from number 9, Todd Brown, to number 25, versus 14, the junior. Incomplete. To bring up a fourth down in about 5.
So the reason the kickoff is not happening anymore is because we're in the JV quarter. And it looks like there's some debate about what's happening on punts for the JV squads. And it looks like there's an agreed upon amount of yardage that will take place for the punts for the JV squads.
Offense will be coming onto the field.
So the first possession for the JV squad results in a 3-and-out.
Let's go UC offense.
All right, we've got a JV defense now. UC continuing the run out of the full house. Can't see what's going on through the hole there, but he was stopped inside the 10-yard line.
Down UC. Down and goes for University Christian.
Good job making a stop in the backfield. It's going to be second and goal to go from about the 8-yard line.
Taken to the backfield by number 27, Chandler Elkin.
All right, let's see if the JV defense can stiffen up and keep him out of the end zone here. Well, and luckily the turf monster was helping us out, but that was also because our defense had pursued well enough to make him look to cut it up at a different angle.
Still going to be third down.
So third and goal to go. Still from about the 8-yard line.
Quarterback number 35, Max Davalier.
And there's a fumble in the backfield. UC falls on it to maintain possession, but it is now fourth down.
Mistake on the exchange. Looks like the Christians are bringing on their field goal tape. That'll be Carringer.
Looks like they're going to allow the varsity field goal unit to come out and try to convert for 3 points. Excuse me, guys. Looks like they're going to have to take a delay of game penalty, though.
That penalty will move the field goal team back 5 yards.
All right. They're lining up for the field goal now. From this spot, it looks like a 34-yarder. And he clears the bar by about 3 yards and makes it good field goal to a 14-point lead, 31-17. I guess you would call it 3-0 JV, though.
University Christian 31.
All right, JV offense is back out on the field, hoping to improve upon the last series.
Williston takes the ball at their own 35.
And it's a trap up the middle
Handoff number 40
for a gain of 4 yards. Second down and 6.
Lost it. 4 yards, making it 7-6.
7.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter for the JV squad. Coming up the line in a two tight wing tee. To the right-hand side, 28 Sweet gets turned up, gains about another 4 yards.
Memphis Jones carrying the ball to the
Memphis Jones, Maverick's little brother on the carry.
Helen Fisher.
Also, Nate Frater.
Short game, going to be third down, about 2. Reverse to number
Counterplay.
27.
Picks up about 12.
Tackle by number 29, Jacob Johnson.
It's going to be first and 10 for the JV squad. He's coming out and executing a few clean looks on offense. Definitely improvement on their first drive. JV squad lines up in left. And it looks like 29 Sweet.
24 almost caught in the backfield. Good run. Tackled by number 41.
The
Will Boston.
JV players of University Christian look noticeably bigger than the JV players of Williston right now. But the JV's playing tough.
And number 44, Isaac Frederick. Tackled by number 34, Kellen Fisher.
Short gain to the right of the middle.
Bringing up a big defensive fourth down. Defense swords up. Hand up the middle. Down. Recovered by number 9, Tom Brown. This will bring up a 4th down and about 6.
Well, I didn't see what caused the fumble, but ball got put on the turf. And JV offense is presented with a 4th and long 5, short 6.
Williston,
Same difference. Let's just call it 6.
It's a huge 4th down. Let's get loud, UC.
JV squad comes out with split backs, tight end to the right, 2 receivers. A little bit of confusion on the handoff, and looks like it's going to be short of the line gain. And we're going to have a turnover on downs from the JV offense.
Students, remember to call your parents and to come pick you up. Remember, students, anyone who is left on campus after the game will be charged a fee. Max Devalier bringing the Christians up to the line.
All right. Well, a little bit of time and stuff on the line there with a shotgun snap, but
John Asby, tackled by number 15, Willie Whitehurst Jr.
Willie on the tackle right there for the run game inside. Ball knocked down.
Devalier's pass was batted down by number 27, Chandler.
Chandler makes a nice play on defense.
The Christians have a 3rd down and 9. It's a big
3 minutes, 29 seconds remaining in the game, with the JV squad trying to make a stop on 3rd and long. Oh, and a pick is made.
Corbin Atkinson.
Way to drop back into zone coverage and pick off the ball, Corbin. There's a flag on the play. Not sure what the penalty was. I didn't see anything that gave me any indications, but it was thrown after the interception. It's something against the Red Devils during the interception return. So the Red Devils will maintain possession of the ball after the interception, but are going to be backed up from the spot of the foul. All right, JV has their offensive squad in. trying to build on the momentum after the interception.
Number 9, Brown.
He's keeping the ball himself. Trying to put it up. He's intercepted at that point.
Mr. Brown decided to
Number 17,
roll out on
Romeo
QB sweep,
Kelsey.
but he loses
27,
3 yards. It's going to be
Jamori
2nd
Willis.
and 13. Looked like there's a little confusion on the execution there. JV offense comes out in base. Runs the counter. Counter's been hitting for the JV squad, and it hits again for a gain of over 20 yards.
24 on the carry.
It's going to be
Rashad
first
Jones.
down with 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the ball
Tackled by
game in
number
the fourth quarter for the
27,
JV.
Jamori Willis. That's enough for a Williston first down.
JV's definitely capitalizing on their opportunities right here. JV again lines up in base. Mr. Brown's under center. Hands off to Memphis, who cuts up the sweep early. Looks like he's gained 4 yards in the play. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Made by number 20, Alex Skidmore.
Clock is down under 2 minutes as the JV tries to punch it in right here at the end of the ball game. Todd takes the naked boot around the outside. Clock's going to stop with 1:22 left after a short game. We're looking at about 3rd and 3.
Gain on that. Going to bring up about a 3 and 3 for the Red Jackets.
JV's out in base.
Hands off the middle. He's met with a solid.
Looks like it was down play.
Number 20, Alex Skidmore, and number 30.
Looking to see if that's enough for the first down. It was close. I know is that likely to make a call on it and get the play running because we're down to 1:02 left in the game.
Williston first down.
And it is enough for the first down. But now we also have the clock running against the JV squad as they attempt to punch one in for 7 points or 6 points, depending on an extra point.
23 in the middle.
Memphis shakes his way to a short gain. He's just inside the 15.
Memphis Jones.
But now we have 35 seconds remaining.
Jeremiah Hilliard. And a Eugene Grigsbury.
JV's playing with a little sense of urgency, trying to go ahead and punch one in. 22 seconds on the clock. Clock is running.
And on the second down through, number 44, he is met and gained tackled down at about the 9-yard line.
Williston has taken its last, or second to last timeout in an effort to get the JV boys a score. It's not 3rd and goal, but it's 3rd and short. So a first down is possible. A touchdown is preferable. There are 10 seconds on the clock.
Now brings Williston up the line.
JV squad is lined up as split backs.
Quick
And
pass.
he throws the ball to the end zone, and it is picked off. Well, and the offense just scored on the play, but it's a safety. So, and one of the more interesting plays I've ever seen to finish off a ball game. The offense scores off of a turnover. And so the JV quarter expires
with Williston
with the JV playing to a 3-2 score in the fourth quarter. And the score of 31-19. We'll see you on Friday at Booster Stadium, where Williston will be taking on the Chiefland Indians. Come and see us on Tuesday at Booster Stadium to see the Williston Middle School Red Devils take on Blackton Middle School.
Please make note of the date and time and plan to attend and continue your support of the Viking.
Appreciate you supporting your Williston Red Devils.
University Christian Athletics thanks you for attending.
And I would like to remind you that you can support us even further by making sure to like, subscribe, and anytime that you see Williston football on, make sure to share it with your friends and family and have them watch and support. But if we're in Williston next Friday and you're in Williston, we expect to see you there.